It is now time to explain to people just what's wrong with me.
Well. So here we are again. Another season. Another master bullshit manipulator. Haha. Just messing with y'all. Where am I? For reasonable ideas and thoughts of his own militia, Mr. Jimmy James, aka me, is bringing to you a new opening for the Jimmy James Show A to Z. Let's start the show. Here we go. This is another season. It is about time I've gotten around to rewrite this opening for my show. Can't say for certainty this will be anything worth mentioning, but I just want to explain a little bit about what I do here on this little podcast. A crazy person with a splash of curiosity and a hint of OCD and a gigantic splash of ADHD. And hopefully I won't have to rewrite this. I'm just an idiot who talks in his phone, and maybe I'll give you something to digest. Here's a little bit of a clue. I will say it with 1,000,000% certainty. This is where I write and do my podcast show with just a bad day, where I bring to you comedy at its finest, the best I can be. The funniest, the craziness, and a little bit of insanity mixed in with hints of processed bullshit. I will give you the basement ramblings of a crazy person, where I sit down in my basement and basically start cursing. I talk about the worldviews, what are you gonna do, and things that include mental health and well-being, because honestly, it's really about helping anyone out there going through a bad day in this weird world we all live in. I'll be also fitting in more of Whose Line Is It, where I do movie quotes and fun jokes at last. I'll leave you with some new material, but for that you're gonna have to tune in, so go click the link and let's start the show. And like always, take care of yourself and one another. I can make music, you see. This is just exclusively for the certain listeners out there who are only tuning in for the rap-lit portion of the show. A full rap battle-tested, two-to-lit wit, sentences built out of shorthanded emotional swells, with building intensities resting on my shoulders to put out for you people with mentally challenged brains. I can relate because you're listening to me, and I am top of the food chain when it comes to that. And if you don't believe, after all I will achieve, well, let's just take the word alphabetically and associate that with the ADHD and my mental disease. Basically, 1 + 1 = me. This is the end. It's the Jimmy James Show A to Z. Finally here after billions of years of waiting in quotes, and like always, take care of yourself and one another. Hit it. Here we go.
This is a great idea, Jim. Having a concise conversation script for your podcast intro segment will be super helpful for your flow, especially with your ADHD. Here is a teleprompter ready script. Wait a minute. Okay, so yeah, I have, I did put it there, and I was like, give me something to talk about on the teleprompter. And it's just basically all the ideas, and then I just ask it to put it in order. But anyway, here is that'd be funny, though, if I started out like, that's a great idea, Jim. No, anyway, I don't know. I thought it was funny. Anyway. So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another crazy Endurse show. Before we dive into today's main topic, I need to hit you with a couple of quick updates on what I've been up to in the lab. First off, if you haven't already, make sure to go. This sounds like people actually fucking script themselves doing this. I'm going to do that again. But watch how I would do it. The only thing I did was when I said welcome back to the show. Okay, but this is how I would do it. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's doing good. Welcome back to the show. Let's see. So many things to talk about. Before we dive into today's main topic, today's man was caught and shot stealing pantyhose from a women's garment center. Now, Yeah, I fucked that up bad. I'm not a this is the first time I have the teleprompter. I'm like, no, come back down. It's moving like 3 seconds. It's very slow. Just like you, buddy. I want to sit there and talk about. Let me get to the fucking thing. I needed the teleprompter. I didn't need him to write me what to say. I didn't say, hey. This is what he did, though, okay? I'll get up to this since we're doing this. This is Craze Me. I took too many drugs. When I was a little boy, I used to walk 16 miles in the snow to catch the bus. Back in my day, we had to walk 52 miles. No, I've never had one. I mean, I'm old. By the way, October 15th, I hit 43. Yay me, go fuck myself. Poor Jim. Poor Jimmy James. So, I need to hit you guys up with a couple quick updates on what I've been up to in the lab. First off, if you haven't already, make sure you go check out the latest tracks and the whole Raplet style poetry in motion analysis. You know, I've been deep in the music AI. See, bullshit. First of all, bullshit. Let me tell you something. I thought I wasn't recording. I would have been pissed. I've been deep in the music AI. This is why I swear to you, you guys know I'm always 100% with you. I've never had a script. So I've had, if you guys heard the trailer, I think I put out like a 60-second trailer. It was like bloopers or me, how I would do the phone calls. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I found that. But, yeah, I would never do this. It's too fucking lame. And I would never use music AI. Yes, okay, to an extent, it is AI because I don't have... How the fuck do you stop the Oh, you just tap it. I didn't know that. To an extent, I didn't have a... I don't have instruments. I can't make I can't play the guitar and all that. And I don't have money to hire people to do that shit. So that's the only thing I use the AI for. Well, technically, the singing too, but then I added, I can add my own voice, and I would never do it on this show. I don't give a fuck if they paid me in cornflakes. I wouldn't do it. But, yeah, I did that, and it would sound like shit the first couple of times, and I was like, you could do it really long, and it was like $4.99 each time. Like, you would upload, then you can use it as much as you want. And I was like, okay. Then I figured out a way to do it, and I'm like, yeah, I sneak my voice in there. Some songs, it's good. You won't know, but most of the songs are kind of the same, so you kind of know. I try to keep the voice similar. No. I want to smoke. Okay, so all bullshit aside, that's the 5-minute mark. So when I say that or do that is because I am crazy. So I want to give you guys a couple things. All right, so I didn't want to been deep in the music, okay? I do when I take a break, but it's just good. I have the inspiration, I wrote it, and I write it down. Today, I was thinking, I want to do something about Jesus, like I call it a rap bullet. I did the Alex O'Connor was my first one, which that one got really good views, man, especially on like YouTube. I had like 400 views I think, which is, I don't care about YouTube, and I got a lot, like, more subscribers. If you guys don't know who Alex O'Connor is, he's Cosmic Skeptic, I think is his channel. Now, I've seen the dude. I literally explained it in the Raplet, and I'm sure you guys heard it. I've seen the dude a couple of times on his channel, and I just seen him fucking making fun of AI or something. That pissed me off. I explained it before, but I realized when I did that rap bullet, I didn't put the link to the video I was talking about, and, like, I didn't care. Like, I don't really give a shit. So other people, not in YouTube, and I don't mention where, but messages, hold on. Some messages that I got were like, what are you referencing him to or about? And so it was about, if you are listening, it's about a hand clap, about how AI doesn't understand hand clapping, which that's not what AI does not understand. That's not it. It's basically he's doing, just look up Zeno's paradox. That's what he's doing. Okay, you can do that to anybody, but he wasn't making his AI look dumb. He was trying to like make his audience look dumb, and that's where I had an issue. This is how I made this song. This is a true story. You guys know I'm legit with this shit. I got 2 minutes and 37-ish seconds in. 2 minutes, let's say 2 minutes and 40 seconds in. That's how mad I was. And I said, I'm going to write a diss track on this motherfucker. Because I already knew where he was going with it. And then the only thing I didn't know was the Zeno's paradox. I actually learned that because I wanted to look it up and see if there was some sort of paradoxical thing he was saying. And yeah, that was true. And that's where I learned Zeno's paradox. So I think I say in the lyrics, and before last night, like before you edit the clip, you bind it up in a Zeno's paradox. And then some people are like, I don't, like, they get it. They were like, they didn't understand. I'm like, listen, I did it way early on. I didn't even spell the words right in TikTok. Like, I just let the fucking caption thing do it. And I was like, I don't care. As long as it got out there. But then the second one was shitty. I did like the Flat Earth guy, Flat Earth Dave. That one wasn't that good. But the last one I did was like pretty funny because I snuck in the dumb fun people, you know, acrostic. So that was funny. I don't know, it was good. And if I had all my shit hooked up, I would share it with you, but or at least the part I could share the parts with you. But the dumb fun people, that was good, and you guys are probably like, what the fuck is he referencing? I'm like, I don't know. No, yeah, I want to get to that in a second. So anyway, getting to that, my latest one was, I kind of did it's Jesus, but it's like G suspicious, but I put it a JE space SUS space. You know, it's hard. I can't do fucking 82 things at once, so hold on. I'll let you hear the beginnings of it. Here you go. Hold on. Did I fuck that up? I think I just fucked that up. Hold on for a second. Yeah, I did. What an idiot. I didn't put it back to wireless mode. What a jackass. Anyway, let's pretend that didn't happen. Here we go.
This is going to be a kill track on Jesus and his peoples. But now I usually wouldn't say something about another's religion or whatever, get you through your daily bitching, but this shit is reaching new heights when all this is about is taking your money and hiring fake actors to freak you the fuck out. Don't get me wrong, I'm not one for this type of diss track, but
so yeah, it gets fun to that extent. It really does. I enjoy doing it. The thing with this one is I messed up on the word. It was supposed to be preachers, creatures, and I think I put creatures. I don't know. I was like, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, it was a rough cut. It's on my YouTube if you guys want to check it out, by the way. It's the Jimmy James Show A to Z or the official Unikiller X. I never change it because I don't give a fuck in that sense. So I'm just doing this real quick because, man, this fan feels like it's just really fucking loud, but it's the air conditioner. So it was over a year ago, or at least my first album, the first one, I guess you call it an album. I was in between podcast and just everything, trying to do the music, and I was like, oh, I really like doing the music, and I was just doing beats. But anyway, I went from doing those stupid beats to getting really good. So here's the beginning of Dumb Fun People, and I'll let you hear the acrostic if you missed it.
My name is Dean Arnold. I have a channel and a podium and four.
Oh, let me clarify something before you guys hear this. This is his quote right as he starts talking about Antarctica. That's him. He actually says that at his podium. So after it says end quote, it's all me.
Education background. Well, let's just say I cannot find it at the moment, and also my YouTube handle is Dean Arnold.
So basically, after I say the media and I'm happy, something about quitting, I don't know.
At TV.
and I'm make a living off of bullshit and on the media literate, and I'm quite happy about it, but the bad news is I've said this in the past. You know this would be easy to prove. They hide this from us too. All we have to prove is go to Antarctica. Let me and you go to Antarctica and spend a week there in the summer. And let's see if the sun does a 360-degree circle around, and if so, it's a ball, end quote.
Yeah. He said, let's go. This guy is named Dean Odell. This is the third, this is like the third ever rat bullet I claimed at Dean Odell, Europe. I might have put the wrong Dean Odell, so sorry out there, the Dean Odell guy. But I only did one version because the first one I did fucking hit. I was like, that shit was lit. And then, calling all flat, I think the next part's like calling all flat earth scum of our flattering flatness. And I hit him with a whole bunch of shit. I talked about the UN, how they stole the fucking map, which they did. It's legit. But a lot of people are like, I don't understand the acrostic. And so anyway, I didn't first of all, somebody asked me, what's an acrostic? Acrostic. And I'm like, okay, whatever the fuck it's called, it's there. That's where you just take something, take the word fun, and then you be like, fuck. Jay, shut the fuck up, I'm doing my show here. You know this shit boring to me. Shut up. What the fuck? Wait, what egg?
There's an egg.
There's an egg?
Sign with eggs on it. Now, Mommy ate it last night.
Wait,
She
I
didn't
had
make
egg.
it, but she ate it.
Wait,
I was
stop.
gonna eat it yesterday.
What, the eggs that I made? The eggs that I made that big thing, two sauces, that was days ago. I ate it last night.
There's a piece of egg still in the container.
I washed it out. I don't know, unless you I have no idea. If it's not in the container I put in there, I don't know. I don't put things in containers.
So what?
So what? I don't understand. What's the problem? Make a fucking new egg. All the bitching you're doing, you can make more eggs. And this is my daily life. So anyway, getting back to the acrostic part, I don't fucking feel like doing this. I'm going to do this one more time. So I'll let you guys hear the rest of this a little bit, and then we'll go to the acrostic. All right, fuck it. Just, here's me coming in, and then after this, I'm done. Well, I'll get back to real podcasting here.
Calling all flat earth scum of our flattering flatness.
Yeah.
Take the fun out of the word dumb and turn it into an abbreviated saying, but
So basically turning into abbreviated saying, and I'm going to jump to the part.
you couldn't take it down if you were a leader.
Alright, it's coming up right here. Okay, dumb fun people explicitly states in its entirety. Once you hear the word entirety, I want you to picture dumb fun people, and then the rest I will spell out in the letters that precede those words, or letters, whatever, the letters that precedes those words. Dumb fun people. Here we go. After entirety.
People explicitly states in its entirety.
Its entirety, right here. Here it comes.
Dumb, uneducated, mind-boggling, fucktards understanding nothing, putting evolution over prioritizing literal education. Holy roundups.
So that's not like, oh well. The cool thing about that is I actually put that in there purposely, and then I forgot where I put it, and then now I do this with all my songs. I have Gemini trained to go over the songs and make sure I'm not saying something out of context, and I have things that are neatly phrased. Even I shouldn't say neatly phrased. My shit's not good. I'm not sitting there claiming, oh, I'm some kind of fucking rap god or anything. But I'm not fully saying that I'm not. Ooh, go listen to my shit. You might actually hear that. That's in just a human therapy. But it's just that it's funny because when I had Gemini do the dumb fun people breakdown, I have a special thing. You know how you can do special things with your AI buddies. Anyway, so I had a full ultimate package breakdown. This is what I call it. Jesus fucking Christ, man. I had a full ultimate package breakdown, and he goes over each, like the intro, whatever. Lets me know, what makes sense, what versus what doesn't make sense, da. And I've trained it so much doing this that, like, I don't want no feedback from this fucking thing, like, telling me how to rhyme. I say, how good is the wording, basically. Give me a rating system of how good I put these words together. Because some of these words I don't use on a fucking daily basis. But when I did the dumb fun people thing, and he went over it, or he went over it. Fucking losing my mind. After the AI... Jeeves. No, I think his name's Orbit. Whatever the fuck. I have the, Gemini Advanced, whatever. But after the AI went over it, it didn't, whatever, it's a fucking phone. It didn't even catch the acrostic. The acrostic. I learned a word this month. It's called acrostic. Yeah, it's pretty sad. I didn't learn acrostic. I just couldn't remember what the word was. I'm like, oh, acrostic. It's acrostic. I put an acrostic. It's I actually don't even like the word. It's acrostic. Yeah, so she thing didn't even catch it. And then it was like apologizing. You know how, like, AI kisses your ass if you ask it a question like, well, what's the weather like out today? It's rainy, it's cold, you might need a jacket. And you'd be like, what's the weather going to be at like 5 p.m.? It's 3. That's an absolutely great, fabulous question. Let me look ridiculous. That's how they are. Let me PG this shit. That's a wonderful question. Thank you for asking me. You're so smart and delicate. Oh, God, I wish I could slop your knob right now because I am on fucking cloud 9, orbiting Jupiter. That is most AIs and how they fucking talk to you. Like, I gotta get off this shit. On to the next thing. I wish he would have numbered these down. All right, wow, 8:32. All right. So, anyway, yeah. Wait, the AI wrote. But the really big thing I dropped recently, which I'm honestly a little nervous and excited about, is the Notebook LM deep dive episode. What do you mean nervous and excited? I am either of those things. I didn't say him to say that. It's a him or it. I don't fucking know what to say. I did not say that. I'm nervous or excited. Anyway, deep dive episode. I actually use Google's Notebook LM, which is a new tool. It's not new, to load up everything. This is why I do not ask. I'm not one of those people who ask Gemini like, what's the weather like? How does this work? Because they're wrong so much. It is a new tool to load up everything I've ever done. That's not what I told it. I just said I looked up myself and said, tell me about this person. That's it. But I guess he's trying to prompt it or script it or whatever, teleprompter. I've ever done my podcast transcripts, my posts, my bio, everything. And then I asked it to analyze me. It's a full deep dive where I'm listening to what the AI is saying about me based on my words for the first time. Now, this episode is a monster. Now, this episode is a monster. It runs over 20 minutes, and here's the kicker. It's no good. They lose. Should have been a fucking, you know what's funny? I told you, I get it in waves. People are like, you got a voice for TV. You got a voice for radio. I'm like, thank you. My name is Jimmy James, and I'll be here all night. And this is not even me trying to do it. My voice would be like this. I'll pick up. Hold on. Let me say. And here's the kicker. I put it out raw. R-A-W. I haven't edited it. And I haven't even heard the final thing myself yet. It's just me. And the AI is analysis? Oh, it's me and the AI's hitting the airwaves. It was fascinating, maybe slightly terrifying. What the fuck? This is why you could tell I'd be talking from AI. I couldn't get away with it. It may be slightly terrifying experiment in self-reflection, and I'm ready to talk about it with... Oh, wait, hold up. Experiment in self-reflection, and I'm ready to talk about it with you guys next week after I finally get a chance to listen. And speaking of deep dives, and being raw, I swear to God, that's what it says. And speaking of deep dives and being raw, suggestion for a quick third topic to keep it flowing. I also want to quickly mention I wasn't supposed to say that, I figured. I also want to quickly mention how my life experience, like managing the chronic anxiety, ADHD, and those truly awful panic attacks, are fueling this new wave of creativity. Wow, I did not say that. It is so fucking, oh my God, AI is fucked up. So this is me rambling, but the next show I do, seriously, I will have like a list, because that's how I used to do all my shows. I shit you not, I would have like a pen and paper. I would write off what I want to talk about, key topics, like start notes, key topics, and then end notes, if any, or question mark. Leave it hanging. But yeah, I don't think I would ever have Gemini write a teleprompter. But then again, this is the first time I've ever asked it to do it. I would love to just keep reading this shit, but it's not that long. All right, because I wouldn't use these words. My chronic anxiety, well, yeah, that, ADHD, and those truly awful panic attacks are fueling this new wave of creativity. It's not just background noise. It's the core of the music now. I'm using these tools to take those struggles and turn them into something meaningful that hopefully connects with a lot of you who are dealing with similar things. All right, now, on to the main event. Let's get into it. And this script is structured, flows naturally, and hits all your key points quickly before transitioning to your main... transitioning is the way it was all cut up, because it's a very small screen. To your main event segment. Good luck with the show. And he has my full name, aka the Third. Okay, this is how Gemini, like, he calls me Jim or whatever, but my name, James. Okay, middle name, last name, right? Now it's not a secret; it's public, but it's O'Hara. Okay, so I'm the Third, so you would just say James P. O'Hara Third, right? This is how this is shit you know. This is how it's said, and it's not me. This always says it like this: James Patrick O'Hara III, aka the Third. What the fuck? And you would trust this thing with data? There's a lot of shit I want to get into. I've been seeing on YouTube. I'm gonna change up, go to a serious topic, not serious, keep it funny. You know how I am. Fuck it. I think on my feet, and I'm smart enough to fucking duck out when I have to. Yeah, this last segment, I'm going to come right back. I'll be right back after this commercial. Now, actually, I want to give a shout out to somebody, my boy on his YouTube channel. If I can, I will share the link. If I can find it, fuck shit balls. But yeah, oh man, he was right there. I just seen him too. Fuck me, in a bag of dildos. You fucking son of a fucking whore. Anyway, whatever. It was my boy, and I can't find him. Fuck you. Alright, I'll get back to that later. I do have one thing to say. I have the kids podcast coming up. It sounds weird. But no, it's gonna be strictly no bullshit. There's no point to listen unless you have kids and you want me to really sit there and talk. Like you want me to mentor them. Listen, kids, do drugs as much as you can now, because your life is gonna go down the drain whether you like it or not. Don't meet a woman or a guy or whatever you're into. Just make sure it's alive and breathing and you have consent. I'll be back after I figure out how to find buttons and people's names I forget. Who the fuck was I talking about? Who was I talking about? The Jimmy James Show was sponsored by... No, but I can do that better. The Jimmy James Show. The Jimmy James Show is sponsored by... The Jimmy James Show is sponsored by nobody. The Jimmy James Show. Hold up. I gotta get... The Jimmy James Show was sponsored by absolutely nobody. He was so fucking lazy, he couldn't even get the one... The Jimmy James Show has been sponsored this whole time by corpse. Dead people. Yes, corpse. The whole show has been sponsored by people that do not exist anymore. Or you cannot talk to them because they're dead. Why did I switch up my... fuck it. We'll be right back with the end. Don't go nowhere. I got this special surprise. Oh, wait, hold on. Hey, give me my fucking shit. Alrighty. Hang right there. Be right back. Alright, guys, what's up? I'm back. It's the Jimmy James Show, A to Z. It used to be Life and Beyond. Insanity at its finest. All the greatest hits coming to you at once. So, here is this semi-surprise. 2 things to talk about, but... okay, the kids thing, I don't know. I'm not 100% on that because that's going to be time consuming regardless. If I can get one out a month, that would be great. I figured I'd do 30 minutes and I'm going to be very, very PG, like fucking G. And talking about struggles and if you feel alone, yada, 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 because we've all been there. And maybe you had somebody to talk to. Maybe they don't. Maybe they just have their phone to listen to. And maybe they get lucky enough and they stumble on to something I'm talking about. The bad thing is, well, I see the irony is not lost on me because obviously most kids are smart enough nowadays to be like, I want to hear, like, does he do anything else? And they can just be like, Jesus Christ, this guy's fucking terrible. I don't want to feel like this guy. But it's not about being like, it's about feeling better. There's too many kids today that are suffering from shit. Cyberbullying, which I didn't really grow up in. And even today, if I think back, like, I wouldn't be a pussy, you know, like, I'm not going to be a pussy, nobody's going to bother me. But let me tell you something. I used to get bothered by, not when people I would talk on my video games, playing Xbox. It was competitive. And I was like a talker, obviously. I could shut it off very easily, but I was competitive. And, you know, people be like, shut up. But everybody's like this. It's not just people. Some people do talk too fucking much. Or they're annoying. They're like, the whole fucking time. Like, yo, be funny. But, and that shit wasn't cyberbullying, but you would get so mad, and I would have fucking anxiety attacks because, like, if we're not winning the game, I'm like, dude, I'm doing this to myself, right, over video games, and that's just one teeny little aspect of what the broad subject, because anybody out there is listening, we've all been young, and if anybody is a true listener to my show and has listened before, first of all, thank you. You're not really doing much to help me other than you're helping yourself, and that's the only thing that matters, and I mean that in the bottom of my heart, no jokes. It's about kids out there who were like us and might not have nobody to talk to. So if I get lucky and, hey, I, you know, find a kid out there, or maybe finds me and hears me saying, hey, don't worry, buddy, I went through this too. When I was 7, you know, thus, you know, yada, yada, yada. You know, when I was 7 years old, my parents were fighting. They fought and they yelled, and I would keep it very G, like I said. It took me a long time to get a concept for this because I really wanted to do a kids show. Fucking see, you know, like the pauses, like fucking, like I'll have that all tucked away. Like I'm gonna have a nice setup where I can just be nice in a quiet spot. And that's what I was talking about, the script, how I write things down. But I think the big thing is maybe you guys will deal with this. I'll get into the second thing, is not as nowhere important, but because it's energy, time consuming, what I'm about to get into. But it's a lot of time to get into another podcast, and it's been sitting there for a while with no episodes. You know, there's not going to be no skits or anything, which is the next topic. But that's enough about that. I'll tell you the name of the podcast, I guess. I guess you deserve that if I get... You know, I don't know. If you guys really know some, maybe you know... And this is going to be for anybody from, you know, anybody who can hear with their ears or understand what I'm saying, to 18 or whatever, 17. So, they can comprehend, or it doesn't really matter what age, but it's going to be very kid-friendly, kid gloves. And this has been the name I picked out like a year and a half ago. The Kids of Tomorrow's Future. The Kids of Tomorrow's Future, and it's going to be a podcast. I don't know. That's the name I picked. The Kids of Tomorrow's Future podcast, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah, that podcast has been sitting on the back burner. All right, next announcement and final announcement is, so if I do go through with the Kids of Tomorrow's Future, I was like, I'm going to be, I can't commit like I used to with this podcast. I was doing 3 episodes a week, and that is fucking killer. It is. So I was thinking about doing, all right, whose line is it? Is it easy? Yeah, it's easy. I can just plug it in and play a thing. There you go. I might knock one out soon. But then I'm like, I noticed where a lot of people get listens. I just looked at all the analytics, like the true analytics, not on the, the app. And I was like, wow, like, 'cause there's a lot of people listen. When I've been off, took a long break. I needed it. And, as soon as I came and I did an episode or two, I seen it shoot up like a lot. And I'm like, is that normal? I'm like, that's normal, but it's what they're listening to. People are listening to the Notebook stuff, but if I'm talking into it more than 10, 15 minutes, I get a lot more listens. And I'm like, okay. So maybe what I'm saying and what I'm talking about on a real level, maybe it's the comedy, mixing with the craziness, great. But if it eases your relief for that brief time in a day, 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes, hour, that's great. That's great. And, I'm not fucking Rogan. I'm not these fucks, which podcast, pisses me off with these people who have, you guys, if you know who me, you know how mad I've talked about people who have YouTube channels and dare call their shit a podcast. Like, dude, you're fucking on YouTube, bro. Shut the you're doing YouTube like ads, and I would never. I told you guys this. I would never. You will never hear me like, and this episode is sponsored by. Let me think of one of the things I say. BetterHelp, or no, I don't know. I watch Mr. Bolin, the storytelling, and he does the BetterHelp or whatever. I personally wouldn't do that. I get it for him, his audience, yeah. But you're turning around and talking about people who've killed themselves, people who've died in situations, just bizarre shit, and you turn around and talk about BetterHelp, and you're like, I understand he's went through a lot of shit. I love Mr. Bolin, he had his own mental shit. But, dude, I don't think you should be... And first of all, I don't even think that company is that great. But this is the shit I wanted to switch. Do I want to bring back skits? Because... at the end of the day, I'm one person. I can't be like 911 and then do a whole other skit that I got to edit. Then it used to be a lot easier when Anchor was running. I could do it so well. Let's just say if I did an hour episode, editing would take me an hour. So you figure hour, 2 hours. Now it takes me probably an hour and a half. Still, it's a lot more. And whatever. And I just realized when I went on Spotify, it says, oh, we can do auto translation, auto this, auto that. I'm like, well, wait, what auto translate? Auto chapters? Why haven't I seen that before? But then again, I only look at it on my Xbox. I'm not on my laptop. All right, so that's pretty much it. So what I'm going to be getting into, Shih Tzu, is 2 things. One, I'm not 1,000% the Kids of the Future thing. I don't know. That's the first time I even talked about it. 2 is getting back into my old routine, but bringing in new shit, like real topics. I'm gonna be like, what's top 10 on like topics on Google or what around the world, and I'm gonna bring my fucking 3 cents to that conversation. But I'm gonna be very brutal about it. And then I'm like, do I have time to write music? And then your ADHD head doesn't fucking stop. But the most important thing and the reason why I started this show is I talk, you listen. But if it helps you out there and I talk about mental health and that's something you want to hear, all you have to do is hit me up, email me, put something in the comments in Spotify. And please go fucking follow me. Oh, begging you. I don't give a fuck. Follow me, don't follow me, but check it out. Since I put that episode out, I had 3 people follow me on 3. It's not a lot, but in order to get the ads on Spotify, I'm talking about getting paid ads Spotify, not YouTube bullshit. You have to get like 10,000 hours played in a month. Like, fuck all that. They need to do it like they used to do it. Pay you, like, the listener a little bit. They make billions of dollars. Pay these fucking people. Pay me. Like I said, I was happy with $30 to $35, $40 a month when I was really killing it. Like, working my ass off. And, yeah, $40 to fucking sit there and yab out shit. I did a lot more than that. Oh, by the way, when I was looking at the analytics, I couldn't believe, like, people are looking at beginning episodes. I did the rest of me. Holy shit. The first episode, the start of me. And then I think, like, I did another follow-up, like, after a little bit, the rest of me. And then I was like, the end of me. I'm like, I'll have to do a podcast when I'm done this show called The End of Me. That's when you'll know it's the end. Holy shit, I've been running. I think I did 5 minutes? I got to put the opener in, you know. It is now time to find out. I can't do it. Just what's wrong with me? And remember, I did that not knowing that was going to be like the way I would open it. It just sounded so good. It is now time to find out. Just I can't do it. My tooth hurts. My tooth hurts, and I want to get off so I can play some Xbox. I got to take a wee. And remember, if you guys can, if you want, if you have anything that you want to hear is like in my past, I have a new skit I'm putting together, not 911, something else. Or if you like something old that I've done over and over, Just a Bad Day, where I did 8 or 9 of those, or Whose Line Is It, which they're easy to do. Or like I said, skits and bits. I haven't done that in a while. Hit me up, let me know in the comments. I think I covered everything. If I didn't, fuck it, I'll cover it in the next episode, which will be a very long hour episode, which will have skits, bits, a little everything, like the way I used to do it when I went fucking 1,000%. But until then, take care of yourselves and one another. This is Jimmy James. Peace the fuck out. Peace.
The name is Jimmy James, and I claim a therapeutic rap music on humanity with no shame. This is one take, this is my case, so fuck all these haters. If you have something to say, step up or get out of my way. Yeah. I give my full consent to this bridge and this building intensity of what I'm about to say. I don't know what I'm going to call this, so I figure I'll call this human therapy. It's about time I dropped the rap bullet, kill it. But sadly, I was not thinking it was going to be this early. I would say I'm sorry, but it's about time I got this off my chest so I can go ahead and rubble and be the best that I can be. And fuck no, I didn't join the army. I'm a patriot thinking through. I just don't believe I'm killing myself. Prove there's too many of you. That's for a whole other story. Yeah. No chains could bind us, yet we're still caught up in a paradigm shift. A poetry trap of my making. You're basically my slut mixed in from a thought process so unheard of that. This new version 2 of rap lit style. Poetry updated in my name, Mr. Jimmy James. This paradox, we both dare to dream a wonderful and delightful escape. But the harsh reality is there's no escaping your brain, and there's no pretending of what I say is anything but life in its own place. Most in the past racing against the clock, but with the hands looking back, rhyming a new breed of seed, like a drip drop in an ocean, always forgotten and absolutely uncalculated. For this is a decimal point which is not worth the time in which your delicate mind could comprehend. As long as your soul touches this earth, I'm breaking through new ground, I'm heading up and out. So 10, 9, 8, 6, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off, Rocket Man. City is gone and I think it's going to be a long time. A touch of inspiration, thank you greatly, Mr. Elton John. I don't usually like dedication, but I will make mention, cause I am not changing anymore. I see things, I can feel it adapt and rapturing. I'm not saying I'm a god, but I'm fully not saying that I'm not. Yeah. So let the rest echo and rise to the occasion. In the silence of the night and the betrayal of our sight, though my crafty lines, my poetry of righteousness, a haunting echo of our shared minds. Find it curious that you are not even on my level of thought, and that's not a diss on anyone in particular. That's just saying I give a shit, not like you shifty shits of a character. We'll call this an example. Before the kids will call this an exam full of wisdom. When you give a gift and expect you're adding to humanity with your sad emojis and upside down thumb on your social media platforms. You think you're transformed, but yet you stay the same. You're a digital whore, and it's horrifying, isn't it, when you look at me and you see I'm a digitally produced algorithm made to bring this suffering and hate to its fucking end day. Whether I make no friends, but I guess that's just it. I'm the prime radiant difference you needed and never thought of yet. So before I analyze the situation, let's just say I'll be okay between you and me, homie. Between you and me, homie, I'll take the hit. You can take the shit.
Wow, Jimmy James! That's quite an introduction. I can feel your passion and creativity pouring out here, so I like of some key points and offer some feedback. Okay, then Jimmy the Great One. Of course, the AI did not say this. I must have added this in.
You're writing a philosophical, rap-inspired literary work, rap lit, exploring the future of everything, humanity's impact on the planet and our place in it and the universe. You're passionate about sharing your thoughts and concerns about the world's resources, sustainability, and our species' role in the whole 9 yards. Your writing style is conversational, reflective, and poetic with a touch of humor. You're using this work as a way to process your thoughts, hopes, and fears about the world and our collective future. You're eager to share your ideas and inspire others to think critically about our impact on the planet. So yeah, I added this in, and to my surprise, I realized I could do better on these rap poetry songs. This is just the beginning, folks, stay tuned, and I'll be bringing more to you as the time ticks forward. And like always, take care of yourself and one another. Sincerely, Jimmy James, saying peace out for his first and only record drop. As Jimmy walks away, he smiles.